right. Do one final HELWÄR piece right here today. Switch it up a little bit. How's it going, Art, with Niharika? Thank you. This is my character. This is HELWÄR. Just about to start mailing off my book pretty soon. And there's just one more final piece of the puzzle. Thank you. Thank you. Wanted to go see Evil Dead Burnt today, but I don't think that's going to happen. There you go. How's it going, Shady TV? Thanks for stopping by. How you doing, Jax? Thanks for stopping by. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Yeah, this is my character, HELWÄR. And I had a Kickstarter and going to be sending it to print. Should be doing it this week if all goes as planned. I'm going to be sending out a update for my backers as well. I was trying to do one a month. I didn't do it last month, but I figured this month's going to be like a bunch of stuff in one, so I figured that would be better. I just do this with the ink pen and my pencil. It's a character I came up with like 10 years ago, something like that. I just made a comic book of it. So Just wanted to do this last page today. Yeah, go for it. Sub. This is a community channel. I mean, it's my channel, but I mean, I'm trying to build like an art community around here. Yeah, making comic books and stuff like that. People just want to hang out, watch me draw. They got questions, we can talk about comics and movies and metal. I love heavy metal. I just got the new Devil Driver album. Yeah, you can. Anybody can. I think that's anybody that you could just go to the community tab and post your art up in there. I had a couple people doing it a few months ago, but I kind of fell off schedule, to be honest. I try to have this thing scheduled like at a same time, but I can't right now. My work schedule's all over the place. I just get in here when I can. Yep. Let's see here. Do you draw X-Men? You know what? I haven't drawn X-Men in a long time, but yeah, I would. When I was a kid, I really liked Wolverine, and Sabretooth was my favorite. Love Sabretooth. If I draw, I don't really draw mainstream stuff that much, but every now and then I do. I drew a bunch of He-Man and Skeletor for the Masters of the Universe. I don't know if you guys watched that movie. It was awesome, man. It was so good. That had to have been the best movie of the year. I know a lot of people out there like Backrooms and Obsession, but oh man, I really loved Masters of the Universe. Couldn't get enough of that. Yeah. Yep. This might be the back cover of the comic right here. Let's see here. Do you draw cartoons? No, I don't do cartoons, but I like cartoon style. My favorite, I guess probably my favorite cartoon right now is Primal on, Primal. I can't wait for Gindy to do Conan. He's doing Conan the Barbarian next. I'm so excited to that. A lot of good news this year and then a lot of bad news. Different things. Draw a second mask and send it to the community. Oh, that's cool. There we go. How's it going, Isaac the guy? Thanks for stopping by. Am I going to publish this comic? Yeah, I'm actually going to print it. Hopefully this week. I'm sending it out to my my supporters on Kickstarter, and then after that I'll be selling it on my website and stuff like that. And I'm working on some more books too. So if you guys are into like Norse mythology, bikers, Vikings, metal, heavy metal, you're gonna love Hell War. Action, like comics like Thor and the Incredible Hulk and Lobo, then you'll like HELWÄR. It's just a lot of fun, you know. Is it cheap? No, it's not that cheap. It's probably gonna be like, I don't know, man. Probably like $20 plus shipping. It's gonna be over 100 pages though. It's gonna be like 100 and probably 100 and it's gonna be 106 pages of story, and it's gonna be pretty big, like this size, the comic. So Hey, what's up, dude? How you doing? What's going, Sab? Ugh. Just drinking a little coffee, doing a little bit of this. Let's see here. Put some weight on this. Right. There's the gardeners again. It's coming by at the most opportune time. Gotta love them. Gotta love them for it. switch to my, a little bit of scuff on there. Just the back cover? Probably, man. It probably will be. If I do too, it's probably going to be a little smaller. Yeah. It's probably going to shrink it up. Wanted to have a picture of him kind of binging out. Not giving too much away, but also spoiling a little bit of stuff. A lot of times people, they don't look at the back cover that much, you know. But if they do, then they're going to get a little treat. A little spoiler treat, at least. Oh, okay. What the fuck? Kind of ties into the song too a little bit. There we go. All right, there's that. That. Yeah, that new Devil Driver album is really good. If you guys are into that. Oh, man. I put it up there with like the first, as of now, it's up there with like the first 2 albums. It was the first 4. Now I'm putting it number 3. It might even move up to number 2. It's definitely the heaviest album too. Pretty catchy too. Got some catchy tracks on there. Some dark groove metal. Here comes the weed whacker. Putting in some shadows. If anybody's seen that Conor McGregor fight over the weekend, whew, that was wild. Jumped up in the air and fucked his leg up. Fight was over pretty quick. Damn, bro, how much weed are you gonna whack? It's not that long out there. These guys are here like every week, dude. All right. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Probably heard me. I was like, shut the fuck up, eh? There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that devil driver though, man. Didn't think that it would they could get. Didn't think it was going to be that good. It was really good. What's it called? It's called Strike or Kill. It's got this fucking mean looking hyena on the front cover. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Let's see here. Boom, 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 boom. Thanks everybody for showing up and hitting the like. I appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Thanks everybody that if you're hearing you back to Hell War, I appreciate you guys. Book's almost ready for print. I'm gonna be doing some sketch card streams here. Got a few to do for everyone that backed on day one and signed up for my Substack City. Yeah, so looking forward to that. Oh. No. It's okay, Shady TV. All good, man. It's just a casual stream. I don't expect people to stay here the whole time, you know? People got shit to do. That's what I do for like channels that I'm watching. I usually don't watch the whole time. Like I'll be bumping in and out, doing a bunch of stuff, you know. We all go surfing on the tubes, catching tubes, you know. This one's kind of tricky. Okay. Do I play Fortnite? No, I do not, man. No Fortnite for me. I just play comic books, man. Yeah, just the comic books. Yeah, I stopped playing video games pretty much like almost 10 years ago, maybe. God of War was the last game I was playing. Feels bad. It feels weird too, not playing video games, to be honest, because I had played them my whole life and then I just kind of stopped. But I'm sure I'll play again someday. Just kind of want to make comic books right now. So I'm like, whenever if I'm playing a game or something, I feel like I could be making a book, you know, or drawing some art. Discord? Nah, I don't have Discord. Yeah. The book cheap? Not really, to be honest. I tried to make it kind of cheap, but yeah, no, it's because it's kind of long and it's kind of a bigger format. But I'm probably gonna make my other books cheaper. I think the book is about 15 plus shipping, so I'm trying to think of how much it's going to be retail, or at least on my site. It's going to be a while too, probably not till like after the holidays, I'm thinking. We'll see though. Really just depends on how everything gets done. Ultimately, I want to have all my stuff on my website though. That'd be really cool. Oh, my site? It's just I have a big cartel store. That's it. It's just like my it's BATT MURK, big cartel. I have a little bit of art ups for sale up on there, and I have two of my Butch Cleaver books. But then eventually, I want to move into something bigger. I'm going to try to find something better. But I like this one. It's free. Can't beat free. But it just really depends on how busy you are. Also, Big Cartel offers more options if you go for like a paid plan. And I've seen some other creators, some other comic book artists that have Big Cartel and have big stores and stuff like that. So I might look into that and do something like that in the future. It really just depends on how busy I am and how much money I'm making. So if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. But next year, I kind of want to. I kind of both online and in real life. The whole art thing, selling comics, selling T-shirts, selling artwork, selling prints, everything. It's all like a business for the art. But I don't know if yeah, I don't really have anything going right now. Everything's just kind of focused on getting HELWÄR done for the most part. But then yeah, next year what happened was with this book, I announced it, and then I took too long to do it. It's like it got bigger, and now I talk about stuff, but I don't put a set date on anything. So like right now I'm working on two things. I'm working on a Crom anthology, so that stuff's going to be coming out like once a year, and then I'm doing a Puritanian book. I don't have like a specific time for that, and then I'll be working on other stuff. So that's one thing I've learned. Never say, when it's going to be done. Just kind of have it done, and then maybe put it out there or launch a Kickstarter and kind of have it mostly done. So. Because you're never going to have it fully done on Kickstarter, because you have to still print it, and then you got to make sure there's printers, and then you probably got to edit it a little bit. And sometimes for Kickstarter you want to like I don't know to be honest, like some books can't get made. You need actually to pay people back or pay people to get things going. Some people like to have to put a few $1,000s in starting a book, and they have to hire writers or editors or colorists or pencilers, just to get their book going. And then the Kickstarter kind of helps pay for some of that. So it just depends on the project, the person, what's going on, what you're feeling. Oh, what part of America? I'm in California. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff I want to do with my art too. Like I want to do a lot of stuff. I don't want to just do comics. I have like a lot of things like industries I want to get into, but it's kind of hard, you know. I want to do a lot of things. Let's see here. Yeah, man, I was lucky when I did mine. It kept it small and did by me. There was no cost but the print. Exactly, dude. I want to make t-shirts too. Like I want to make like just designs of stuff. Hold on, guys. Let me fix my stupid phone real quick. It's acting weird. All right. Yeah, I want to do a lot of stuff, you know. I want to do t-shirts, t-shirt designs. I want to do some of my characters, maybe one or two of my channel. And now you can just have designs ready to go and, you know, print them out. Some people like to do it all in-house at home, and that's cool too. Some are like ready to go, like where they print on demand. It really just depends on your business model, you know. I think it just kind of depends on where you're at, you know. Where you're at financially, where you're at artistically, where you're at business wise at that time. Sometimes you might want to switch it up and try other things. So I'm just kind of I like doing a bunch of different stuff, you know. Sometimes you might come up with a character that has no story or nothing. Maybe you're just drawing and you're like, oh wow, that's a cool T-shirt, you know. That's a Death Dealer. That's a fire. That's death. That's Dark Wolf. You know, like look how Frazetta did it, right? So I did the same thing when I started. I was okay. Then bought a press, which is what's sitting in the garage. When I decided to go back to comics, I had to focus on comics only, but want to go back. Oh yeah, for sure. I want to do a little bit here and there, and then I kind of want to get like a little more militant on some of the stuff I'm doing. But I want to bounce around a lot. You know, I want to go to conventions. I want to hit up like fucking different things like farmers markets, fairs, stuff like that. Be able to bring my stuff and you know, not just be a comic artist, but like an artist too. You know, I want to do all that. I think it's important, you know. I think if you got that stuff in your garage, I think you should find a way to juggle everything without stressing out, you know. Once you I think you're probably just trying to find a comfortable cruise control, you know what I mean? Not too cruisy, but cuz then you could do all that, bro, you know. And it'll keep you fucking like inspired because you'll be working on different shit, you know, like, oh, I'm tired of working on Tommy's right now. I want to go bang out a sick ass design. You know what I mean? Like I'm tired of doing this. I want to go work on something else. And I think and that artists we need that, man. I hate to say it, but we need to like break off and go do other shit. We need to process stuff and spit it back out. You know, we need to do things from we need to interpret the world the way we see it and turn it into art. Hopefully, and kind of just go with what we like. You know, if people like it, they buy it. You know, and if they don't, yeah, it is what it is. It's fine. Oh, cool. You agree? I just look at like Frazetta. Like, look at all the stuff he did, bro. You know, Northern Ireland. Oh, you're in Ireland? Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'd love to go to Ireland. I'm actually Irish. That's where my last name comes from, Burke. There's a lot of Burks out there. There's a lot of Matt Burks. Yeah, I want to go to Ireland. That's in one of my places to go. Top places. I want to go to Germany, New Zealand, Ireland, Norway, Greece, Japan. Those are like my top spots right now. But yeah, doing a bunch of different art things, you know, I think that'd be cool. And think of all the artists probably that died that never made comics, right? They're probably like, I always wanted to make a comic, but I was too busy working in concept design, or I was too busy working in video games, or I was too busy working in special effects for movies, you know? I'm not saying I want to do all that, but hey, you never know. You never know. Never say never. Why limit the possibilities? Sky's the limit. Victoria Square City Center. There's a really good artist over there named Carl O'Roe. He did a book called Death Sworn. You should look into that. It's badass. I have it. I did a review on it. He was pretty young too, I think, when he started doing the comics. It's pretty badass. He ain't really around anymore though. Let's see here. I see him on Instagram every now and then. There we go. Great artist though. I know what I wanted to do. Draw a little chain right here. You might even know Kyle O'Roe. Small world. Ireland's a tiny little. I mean, it's pretty big, but let's see here. I don't know if he's still doing stuff. He's on Instagram though. Looks small on the map, huh? Pretty big out there, though, huh? It's always like that. There we go. Move to another? Oh, I've been here forever. No. Forever. Yeah, I've been here. No, I'm Irish American. I'm not from Ireland. Nah, it's just where the name comes from. But I guess it might have been my great grandfather, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the last name was Burk, kind of like Merk. Then my great grandfather changed it to Burke. He wanted to sound more American. Yeah. If I could, I would change my last name, though. I would change my first name and my last name. I'd change it to something else. You know, I think people should do that. You know, because you're kind of carrying yeah, I was born and raised in LA. You're kind of carrying around like someone else's name that had it for like a couple hundred years, you know. Before that, it was someone else's name. So I think it's important. I think legacy is important, you know. And that's something I might want to do one day if I get really bored. I might go and change my name and my last name. But the thing is, though, once you have kids, it kind of makes things difficult, you know. But yeah, in retrospect, that's something I wish I did. You know, why not? You can do anything you want. Start your own legacy, you know. It's one thing you can do when you're young, man. Before you start having kids, change that name, dude. Because that's you, man. That's your name. Some people were proud of that shit, though, you know. That's why they got the junior and the last name, but it's like, It's like my grandpa was a badass. Don't get me wrong; he was like one of the baddest motherfuckers I ever knew. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. It'd be kind of cool to have my own name, just start my own legacy. You just think about it. It was just some random mofo. He's got his name, and I'm sure he didn't have that name, you know. Because Burke was probably like a Norwegian name. It was probably, you know, like Burke, like the town, and How to Train Your Dragon, right? And that's Birk. It's probably my name. And there's a lot of Matt Burks out there. There's a lot of Burks. There's a lot of Matt Burks in California. The Burks were probably Norwegians that settled in Ireland because they you know, or just some form of Viking. Because a lot of them, they found Dublin. If it wasn't for the Vikings, Ireland wouldn't have flourished into like the big place that it is now. They brought in currency into Dublin. They made their own money, their own coin. And that's probably what happened. They probably bred, and that's where the name, you know, and there was probably a bunch of Burks from the town of Burks, you know, and they moved around, and then they came here, and then, you know, let's do a UR, okay, BURK, and then, okay, let's put the E at the end, BURKE, especially if you got a bunch of people from the town of BIRK. You know, they're probably going to move out and get, you know, another farm and just change it to BURK. It's wild. Oh, you're 10 years old? Oh man, you're young, kid. I thought you were older. You never know who's watching. Yeah, this book's not for kids, man. I'm not drawing anything crazy right now, but yeah, when you get older. Yeah, you guys are a little more mature over there. I know that much. I do know that. So for 10, you're like, I don't know. I don't want to put any numbers or anything, but yeah, I've seen some. You guys start drinking early too, right? Uh, yep. Yeah. I just don't want to be responsible for anything. You understand? But there's a lot of kids that'll be tuning into the show, so just got to watch what I say. But I always put it at 18 or older. Nothing personal. I got kids myself. I'm not trying to desensitize anybody. But like I said, I know that over in Ireland, you guys seems like you guys are a little more mature in some way. A book is a book, not necessarily. No, it's not. Book things are different. Yeah, books are not just books. There's some inappropriate things in there, and you can get desensitized if you're not used to it. And sometimes you start to get desensitized, you can theoretically suffer from a lack of empathy. That's not good. Like Conan the Barbarian, I won't let my son read that. Yeah, you play GTA. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what happened to me. Well, it probably happened to me too. No, but I a lot of people that grew up in the 80s and 90s, 70s, kind of, we were exposed to a lot. I just don't want to be the one doing it. That's all. Be the change. So, but we're all good right now. We're watching. We're just drawing some Hell War mid transformation, turning into the Hellbinger. There's that. Boom. Okay. But yeah, there's one thing you will never hear me say, and that's I'm offended. You know what I'm saying? Have a good one, Shady. Take it easy. Thanks for stopping by, man. All right. Oh, all right. Messing with a furry jacket right here. His Levi jacket. Well, not Levi, but denim jacket. I mean, there we go. Yeah, it's pretty tough over there in Ireland right now. That's no joke. I got some, yeah, heard some stories from over there. Pretty rough right now over there. That one kid, was it Ranting for Vengeance? Got a YouTube channel. He's read like every fucking 70s comic book. He's like 16 and shit. Like, damn, bro. Started reading comics when he was like fucking 4 years old and shit, or 3 years old. This shit is woke. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Some kids start reading early, you know. Some start a little later, you know. Just depends on the kid. I think my daughter started reading it like pretty early, dude. Real early. When I was a kid, I hated reading. Oh my god. What is it in Finland, man? They don't start teaching them anything till like 7 or some shit like that. 7 years old, man. They just let them kind of go on hikes and play and, you know, just chill, look at the world. And then I think that they have like the highest scores, probably because they give them time to basically interact with the world. All right. Let's see here. I started reading comics going into the USO, and all the comics were always busted up, discarded. Still remember the Secret Wars and going, whoa, I bet, man. Yeah, I didn't start reading comics really for like a long time. I would just buy them for the pictures when I was younger. I'd read a little bit of Mad Magazine, but I'd buy that too. I was really just into kind of the artwork, you know. I really started reading them when I was later on in life. I read some in like in high school and junior high, but when I was really young, like I got comics too from my grandpa and my uncle. I was probably like 3rd or 4th grade, but again, just looking at the pictures. 2nd grade, even I think probably around like, I don't know. I probably read a little bit actually in 4th or 5th. I was reading the Max, that's for sure. But I think the Max, I love the Max a lot, but I think the Max is kind of heavy reading psychologically wise for like 4th graders, even for 4th and 5th, you know? So I was reading that, and then I was like, are all comics this heavy? Like, you know? But I had this, I would read just like certain pages and stuff. I don't know. I don't know what it was. So when I got older and I started getting into writing, and then like, okay, yeah, then you start reading, obviously. You start writing lyrics and getting into music, getting into the art form. I read them a little bit, but not a whole lot, that's for sure. It was really just about the art. Let's see here. Same till I saw Spider-Man in black costume. Yeah, I remember getting a Spider-Man, Black Web of Spider-Man costume comic at the mall. They had like just a big, in the middle of the mall, they had this guy selling comic books, and it was like a flea market in the mall for some reason. I don't know why they did it. Just some random thing they did one time. And I was at the Lakewood Mall, and that was like one of the first malls in America. It's still there now, but they're going to probably tear it down and start building like condos inside of it and all kinds of weird shit. They're doing that to all the malls around here. They're going to rip them up, keep some of the stores, and build condos in them and parks. Freaking weird. Anyways, they had like a flea market in there at that time, and they had a Spider-Man Black. And I remember, I never even read it really. I just thought it was so cool seeing Spider-Man in a black suit. I had never seen that before. I must have been really young because it was before. I think it was before the cartoon. And he was always drawn big in there. He was always taller, you know. And then like when the movie came out, even in the cartoon, he was bigger, dude. He looked like he was about 6 foot. Spider-Man looked like he was about 6 foot, you know. And then when I watched the cartoon, yeah, he looked 6 foot as well. Oh yeah, and then there was a Spider-Man 70s cartoon that my dad would take, or 70s TV show that my dad would take for me, and he's like, "It's got the kid from A Sound of Music in it." So I guess one of the kids from A Sound of Music was in that Spider-Man TV show, and that show had Daredevil in it. I never saw that episode, and it had Kingpin. I think I might have seen the Kingpin one, but I love that. I watched that really young, and I also watched the Hulk and Batman, Batman and Robin, with Adam West. I love that shit. Man, I must have been crazy, so young. But anyways, then I watched the Tobey Maguire movie. Don't get me wrong, I think Tobey's the best Spider-Man, but I think the one that kind of looks like Spider-Man the most is Andrew Garfield, and he looks kind of goofy too. He's got like a long kind of, I mean, he does kind of got like a McFarlane face, like kind of long and like melting, and a long forehead. Like he looks like, but that's not the way that I would. I think that's not the way I would draw Parker. But then you get like Tom Holland and Toby. They're small, dude. They just seem kind of small for the character. I just never really seen Spider-Man as that. I kind of seen him as tall and like ripped up, dude. And then you could kind of pose in anywhere, like long ripped up legs, like a spider, and arms. But they drew him buff. He was buff in the cartoon, dude. He was pretty big. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I think Andrew Garfield probably is the best one. Like if I was gonna make a movie and I had to pick any of the three guys, I would go with Andrew Garfield, because he's got the look. He does a pretty good job as Spider-Man. His Peter Parker is a little too cool. I think he's a little too cool for Peter Parker. I didn't like that Peter Parker in the Amazing Spider-Man universe. I thought he was too cool. He shouldn't be like a skater, and he just I don't know. Made him a little too cool. Got to be a little dorkier. At least in high school. And then Tom Holland, he's just small, bro. He's a tiny little guy. And then you have like Mary Jane, she's like way taller than him. It just looks weird. That just looked really weird. And at this juncture, he is Spider-Man. He's played Spider-Man more than anybody. How many freaking movies is it now? Like 6 movies or something? Let's see. Yeah, man. Spider-Man. Is there a bootleg coming? A bootleg Spider-Man. But dude, to be honest, man, like there's something I missed out on, and like I've seen like a bunch of art from it and a bunch of videos, and one of the kids in school had like he had all these comics, and I think in 5th grade, now that I'm remembering it, and it was during like the Clone Saga. It had like Kane Parker, and man, I really love that. I love the artwork in there, and I really loved Kane Parker. I thought he was a really cool design character. He's my favorite, and I always thought that like the whole idea of like Peter Parker having clone brothers and having to deal with that and the weight of them, I think that would be an awesome storyline, like a set of movies. And Kane's had some really cool designs, so has Ben Reilly. But that first initial Kane Parker, man, I want to get the comics of that. I want to get the toy, and I want to draw it. He looks fucking metal, dude. Metal as fuck. Yeah, the Clone Saga, like, and like looking at it, like it's too much. It's like that shit's kind of cheeseball, But especially like in retrospect, but going back and watching like deep dive videos on it and seeing John Romita Jr.'s art, I'm like, nah, this looks dope. I kind of like the idea. And it's like when you think about it, it's like it's too much. It's like, what? Who gives a fuck about his stupid clone brothers? I don't want to see that. I want to see him fight his perfect fucking roster of villains. He's got the best roster of villains, him and Batman, right? But then there's this whole like, I kind of like having the 3 brothers because they're all pretty cool. Having them fight with each other and having that drama. I think there's something really interesting there that, they wouldn't do that for a movie, but yeah, I just thought that Kane Parker, oh my God, he had some crazy powers, dude. I would do that. I would totally like jump into that. That's something fresh too. You could totally do that with a movie. And then they have the whole like tarantula thing and man spider. Oh man, I would fuck with all that. Yeah, dude. That he had like a pink cape and like a blue costume with webs all over his face, and he had like brownish reddish long hair. He looked fucking metal. I was like, what is that? And every time you look at him, he looks a little different. Yeah, dude. And they have a toy of it, bro. It's like $30 or $40 at the comic store. I want to get it, but I never read the comics, And I remember in 5th grade, this dude had him. He had Scarlet Spider #1. I ran out and had that. I ran out and bought that. I thought he looked really cool with his hoodie and shit, right? And Yeah, I got that, but I didn't get none of the other stuff. This dude Scott, he collected everything, you know. The dude's name was Webb. I think his last name was Webb. I always thought it was funny that he was so into Spider-Man and his last name was Webb. He had all this. He had Spawn #1. He had so many comics. But yeah, man, I want to go back and get the omnibuses. And I love John Romita Jr.'s artwork, man. It's so like cartoony and yeah, I like his big chunky hands and stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if you like John Romita Jr., Sab, and Kirby. I love Kirby's art too. Fucking love that big old chunky fingers and shit. I love all the lines too that Romita Jr. does. All those freaking lines are cool. He gets a lot of hate. It kind of bugs me when like people talk mad shit on artists, you know, especially like the elder statesman. Kind of pisses me off. I don't know why. I mean, and then my friends do too. You know, everybody does a little bit, you know, but I just like leave him alone, man. You know, you're probably like not everybody's gonna be able to draw the same all the time. You know, we might change. You know, yeah. Like Frank Miller, he gets a lot of shit. Everyone fucks with him, dude. Yeah, he's a workhorse, right? Oh, I fucking love that. He's like, my style is like getting it done. That's my style. I think he said that. Another workhorse too is Kelly Jones. He's the same way. Let's see, my draw the Marvel way tryout books were John Romita Jr. Oh, fuck yeah. That's what's up. Yeah, your style kind of reminds me of JR a little bit, bro. A little bit. And for me, that's a I consider that a compliment. I like his work. Yeah, I love that new book he's doing with Mark Miller, that Psychic Sam. It's fucking badass. He's like he's a vigilante that kills people. He gets a premonition. He gets a vision of when a criminal's gonna kill somebody an hour before they do it. So he goes and he murks them out. Yeah, the boxy stuff. Exactly. He draws like that. Kirby does. Simon's a big influence. You like Simonson too, right? I love Walter Simonson's work. I can't really draw like that too much for some reason. Who knows though? Maybe one day, a little bit. I definitely kind of like the hands boxy like that though. I like the big hands. Yeah, his action's awesome, right? Yeah, it was a big influence on HELWÄR, dude. His Ragnarok for sure, man. I definitely took some inspiration from that. So yeah, Simonson, he's a big influence on me. I really like Buscema though, man. I don't know if it was maybe I just loved his how to draw comics the Marvel way. I actually got that at a young age. I still have it, and I love those two figures of Sue Storm and Reed Richards. He just drew them like perfectly, you know. And I always used to look at those two like, oh, how do you draw them so nice, you know? And then there was that one panel. There was that one page of Doctor Doom like on a cliff, and he's shaking his hands up in the lightning storm. Let's see. Oh yeah, I got the Thor Master art thing. I've been looking for JR art books. Oh, that would be cool. Oh yeah. Right? Because there's something to be said about getting that shit done, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Getting the work done quick and making it look cool. And the style, bro, you know? Like, it seems like a lot of people have style and a lot of people don't nowadays. Like, I could just kind of look at something and I'm usually about, I'd say 93% right that when someone traced something, you know? I'm like, hey, did you trace that? You know, or use the hard reference on that, you know, because it just looks too locked in, you know, like too realistic, right? I like to see a little cartooning in art, and I understand you want to get that because there's probably like a real realistic thing in your head or something like that you want for that shot. But yeah, I'm not really big on the realistic stuff too much. It's okay, you know, and like, you know, I do like some of it, and especially if like I'm reading a comic and the comic's good, and if the realistic stuff's cool, you know. And then there's some artists that just draw realistic, Like, was it Doug Braithwaite, the guy that does the Conan the Barbarian? He does it like every 4 issues. He'll do a 4 issue arc. He draws realistic. Like, he ain't tracing shit. I seen him do a whole thing, you know, like, oh fuck, because he's just been doing it for so long. Some people are just that damn good. But usually, if people are tracing, it's probably dudes that are like kind of younger, or they're using the 3D models to trace. Let's see here. I saw a bunch of people hating on the JRJR Spider-Man cover, and I'm like, fool, you draw it. Well, everybody was hating on it. I seen some other people doing some other like color treatment, color compositions I thought were really cool too, like when they're kind of blended in with the sky. But it's like, how many times are you going to draw Spider-Man and how many different perspectives? There's only so many ways you could do it, you know? And he's going for something, for me, my argument was that he's going for something bold where he's just like fucking, he's like a statue, like rock hard. He's shooting a thing, you know, he's shooting the webs. He's in a strong position. It's straight on. It's no bullshit. It's you know, issue 700, 800, whatever. So he's just going for a strong, locked in, statuesque, hard hitting, basic, you know, iconoclastic cover. Like, no, he should have had his arm wrapped around his head with the other toe getting popped out, with wrapped around a web shooting at you, and first, you know, force perspective with doves flapping in the air, and the you know, there should be vertigo with all the different, you know, New York buildings in the background, and you know, there needs to be storms and clouds and more webs, and like, just chill out, bro. It doesn't have to be that shit all the time. Oh man. Sorry about that, Shady. Oh man. Oh. Let's see, I still think Eric Canetti and Matt do some badass super Spider-Mans. Yeah, they do, man. I like their work. What I like about Canetti is his perspectives. His perspectives are awesome. What I like about Joe Mad, his art looks cool. He draws cool characters, but his designs, man, like what got me into Mad was his Darksiders game. His design for War and for Death, the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Oh man, so cool. So cool. How's it going, Billy Power Max? You ever see Ashley Wood Four Horsemen? No, I haven't. No. I'm really like kind of obsessed with the Four Horsemen just as a concept, you know? Yeah. I think it's pretty interesting, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I think the Horsemen are very interesting. Extremely interesting. I might even wink wink do something with it one day, wink wink. I might have been planning on doing something with it since I started making comics, wink wink. Oh man, I got a lot of ideas, man, and a lot of like things I want to set up, but I just don't have enough years. There was one too that Simon Bisley did. I love seeing different people's take on the Four Horsemen. It's like, oh, I get giddy when I see a Four Horsemen, you know. It's like, oh, what are they gonna do with it, you know? Simon Bisley did one, and like just anybody in any form, in video games, cartoons, movies, comics. I love seeing Four Horsemen takes, you know. They're part of the Nephilim in the Joe Mad game. Yeah. Yeah. I did like the early Verotic stuff with Bisley. I plan on going back and buying it, man. Yeah. I want to get my Hellmask t-shirt too. I'm looking forward to Hellmask number 3. It's just fun. And then all the Jaguar God stuff, and yeah, I just really want to pick it up, you know. Ooh. Yeah, he's got a bunch of stuff too on the site. There's so much stuff I want. I really want to get the Solomon Kane omnibus from Titan Comics. It's kind of my like thing that I really want. But yeah, I'll wait for that. Had a headache all morning. I didn't want to, but I think I'm gonna actually have to take a Tylenol. Might have to take the Tylenol today. So many books I want to, man, like the old school stuff. I want to pick up those old Rune books too. Rune by Barry Windsor-Smith. And then the Kyle Hotz ones too, or Hotz. Yes, sir. Yeah, there's just so much stuff, you know? So much cool stuff. Stuff that I'm not even like, I find new things every day. Especially like old stuff, you know, I'll find someone reviewing an old comic book on YouTube. Never even heard about. Check out, I don't know if you've read Mosaic, man. That book's awesome. About Kyle Hotz from the 90s. That's like his opus. Should I wash bleach? No, you shouldn't. This thing's coming along. All right, probably go a few more minutes. All right, what else do I got to do on here? Let's see, why are you not talking? You were. Oh, sorry, man. I'm just kind of zoning out right now. Probably about to close down the stream in a minute. Gotta go do a million things today. All right. Happens sometimes when you're getting locked in. All right. So far, I haven't really worked with her too much. But it's gonna be going like that today or tomorrow. So gonna see how it goes. Got to read, touch base, and talk about all the little technicalities of the print. Seeing if it just making sure she can do all the stuff. I think it's gonna be good though. Sounds like it. Sounds like she's got her shit on point, her shit on lock. But yeah, I just talked to her like the other day. So all right, I gotta fix that. Thanks, Power Max. I appreciate that, man. Oh man. Oh, almost time to go. Almost time to go. So I gotta do a bunch of erasing on this. Hey, what's up, Black? Yeah, about Sam Neill, I know. Yeah, man. I've been a fan since just Jurassic Park and then Event Horizon. And then what is it? Lord of Darkness? Is that the one he was in? John Carpenter movie, I think it was. Is it Lord of Darkness or something Insanity? In the Mouth of Madness? Was that what it was? I think it might have been In the Mouth of Madness. Yeah, or Mind of Madness, yeah. Great in that one too. It's good in a lot of horror movies. I've seen a crazy one with him too, man, like from back in the day. Like almost like a foreign film. It's like him and his wife, they're always fighting and stuff. And she ends up like, I don't know, it's pretty Lovecraftian, dude. It's pretty crazy. She ends up like messing around on him, and then like you find out like, I don't know. It's crazy. It's a pretty scary movie. Forgot the name of it though. It's think it's a foreign film too. But yeah, and he just beat cancer. You never know, man, when it's your time, you know. You really never know. Oh, really? And tomorrow? That sounds awesome. The Omen, right? I just seen him in I just seen him in what was it? Untamed with Eric Bana. That was pretty good. He just touched grass. That's good, man. That's good. We gotta touch grass. You gotta get like 10 minutes a day. I never do, but I know I'm supposed to. Yeah. Probably I'm trying to do it though. Start doing more exercise. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's sad to hear about him. I did not expect that. It's been a rough year. Too many deaths. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna be live tomorrow. No, no. Was trying to get in there today. Yeah, a lot of stuff to do today. Busy day. Never ends. Okay, let's see here. How did you go live? Oh, I just go live on my phone. Just got a YouTube channel. They usually let you do that. Yep. Yeah. I'm starting to get a little hungry too right now. So this is probably done. I might go in here and add a little bit more foliage, a little bit more flora down here. That's a big part of Hell War. He's part flora, part fauna. Yeah. All hell, all war though too. But thanks guys for stopping by, man. For those of you guys that backed Hell War, I appreciate you. There will be an update coming this week. I actually got the posters in for the backers. They came out fucking awesome. Yeah, so I'll be showing that in the update. Got the guitar picks ordered. Those are already on order, waiting for them to come in. Now I just got to print the book. That's it. I got like a couple more tweaks to do in the book, and it's pretty much done. It's going to be an action-packed adventure. Hopefully you guys like it. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. I really appreciate you. You guys make it all worth the while. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do it. And yeah, you guys have a metal Monday, because Mondays are metal and they're packed full of stuff to do, right? This week, the next month, to be honest, I'm working like 6-day weeks and stuff, so I'm just basically going to be going randomly live. I think that's how it's always going to be for me. I don't think I can ever do a scheduled show. It's kind of unfortunate. It is unfortunate. It really is. It really hurts the channel. Like, if you guys could do a scheduled show, I highly recommend it. Even if it's just like a draw stream like this, I think that's the best thing you can do, especially if you're an artist, or if you want to have people on or something like that. Show artists off their books, or maybe you have some bands come on, maybe some actors, writers, stuff like that. But if you could do like a show where you're, you could commit to the bit, like just do it once a week. It doesn't really matter what it is, man. It really could help out your channel. It's a cool place to for people to stop in and say, "What's up? How you doing, buddy?" Stuff like that. It's hard though. It's hard to do that. And it's kind of nerve wracking. I can't do it, and I've kind of come to the realization I cannot do a scheduled show, at least not right now, until I get another job. I mean, I'm probably not going to get another job for a long time. So I actually like my job. But yeah, if you guys, like I say now, I guess you gotta hit the like button and hit the bell, because my stuff isn't scheduled, unfortunately, guys. So actually do gotta hit the bell for old BATT MURK. But thank you guys. Have a great day. Always remember to be bold, be brave, roll the bone, snowy roll. And if the artist isn't starving, then the artist isn't hungry. I'll see you guys next time, okay? You be good. Thanks, Sam. Thanks for everything, brother. You're the man.